The man in the car isn't moving. Amani sees him through the tinted window, slumped over the steering wheel, one hand at his throat, the other limp at his side. She stops walking. The parking lot behind the diner is empty. Past midnight. Cold. The kind of quiet that makes every sound feel too loud. The man's chest rises, falls, stops. Her breath catches. She takes one step closer to the black sedan. Expensive. Too expensive for this neighborhood. Custom rims. No front plates. Windows so dark she can barely see inside. Something's wrong. Very wrong. She taps the glass. Hello. Nothing. His face is grey, lips blue. Sweat soaks through his collar even though it's freezing outside. Amani's heart kicks hard. She yanks the door handle. Locked. Hey, she pounds harder. Sir, can you hear me? He doesn't respond, doesn't move. His eyes are half open but vacant, staring at nothing. She pulls out her phone. Her hands shake so badly she almost drops it. Welcome back, my amazing Pride family. Your unwavering support means everything to me, and I'm beyond grateful for each of you. Every day, I strive to improve and bring you the best stories, because I know you deserve nothing less. If this is your first time here, I encourage you to leave a comment telling me where you're watching from and hit that subscribe button. By doing so, you become part of this incredible journey, and together, we'll continue sharing stories that matter. I can't do this without you, so let's get into today's story. Amani Brooks is 27 years old, works doubles at a diner for $8.50 an hour, has $47 in her bank account, and 4 days until rent is due. She should walk away, should go back inside where it's warm and safe and none of her business. But the man's chest isn't moving anymore, and she's the only one here. She looks around the empty lot. No cars coming, no people walking. Just streetlights flickering overhead and the distant hum of traffic. Just her, just him. Just seconds that feel like hours. Through the window, she sees his hand slide off the steering wheel and fall. Dead weight. Her stomach drops. 911. What's your emergency? The dispatcher's voice cuts through the panic. There's a man. He's in a car. I think something's really wrong. Is he conscious, Mom? No. The doors are locked. I don't know what to do. What's your location? Amani gives the address, eyes never leaving the man. His body shifts lower in the seat, gravity pulling him down. Help is on the way, the dispatcher says. Stay on the line. But help isn't here, and he's running out of time. Amani's eyes fall on something near the curb, a rock. Her breath stops. She knows what breaking that window means. Police, questions. A black woman explaining why she damaged a car worth more than she'll make in 5 years. She knows how that story ends. But she also knows how this story ends if she does nothing. The man's body goes completely still. No movement, no breath, no time left. Amani picks up the rock. It's cold in her hand, heavy, real, the weight of a choice she can't take back. She looks at the shattered reflection of herself in the dark glass, young, scared, alone. 1 second, one breath, one decision that will change everything. Her arm lifts, and the night holds its breath with her. The glass shatters. The sound rips through the silence like a gunshot. Sharp, violent, final. Amani's arm stings. Hot pain shoots up to her elbow. She looks down. Blood, lots of it, dripping from her knuckles where shards bit into skin. She doesn't stop. Her hand reaches through the broken window, fumbling for the lock. Glass crunches under her fingers. The lock clicks. The door swings open. A smell hits her immediately, bitter, chemical, wrong. It burns her nose, makes her eyes water. She grabs the man's shoulder. He's heavy, dead weight. She pulls, dragging him halfway out of the car, lowering him to the cold asphalt. "Sir, can you hear me?" Nothing. She presses, 2 fingers against his neck, searching. Pulse. Faint. Barely there. Like a dying battery trying to spark one last time. His chest doesn't move. At all. Amani's training kicks in. The CPR class she took 3 years ago. The one she barely passed because she couldn't afford to miss work for the final. She tilts his head back, checks his airway. Clear. Her hands find the center of his chest. She locks her elbows, pushes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pain shoots through her wrists. Her shoulders scream. She counts. Out loud, her voice shaking. 15, 16, 17. Around her, the world starts to notice. A car slows at the corner. Headlights sweep across them. Someone shouts from across the lot. A phone appears. Camera light glowing blue in the dark. Nobody helps. They watch. Amani keeps going. 28, 29, 30. She leans down, pinches his nose, seals her mouth over his, breathes. Once, twice. His chest rises, falls. Nothing happens. She goes back to compressions. Harder now, faster. Her arms burn. Sweat runs into her eyes despite the cold. "Come on," she whispers. "Please, please don't." Sirens, distant, not close enough. His body is cold under her hands. Too cold, too still. 1, 2, 3. Her vision blurs. From tears or exhaustion she doesn't know. The man's body jerks, sudden, violent. A sound tears from his throat, wet, desperate, animal. He coughs. Dark fluid spills from his mouth onto the pavement. His back arches. He gasps, sucking air like he's drowning. Amani falls back on her heels, chest heaving. He's breathing, barely. His eyes flutter open for half a second. Dark, unfocused, searching for something he can't find. Then they close again. Red and blue lights flood the parking lot. An ambulance screams to a stop. Doors fly open. Paramedics rush out with equipment, pushing Amani aside. "What happened?" one demands, already checking vitals. "He wasn't breathing. I found him in the car." The doors were locked. The paramedic cuts her off with a nod, moving fast. Oxygen mask, IV, monitor wires. Police cars arrive next. 3 of them. An officer approaches. Young, white, clean uniform. His eyes sweep over the shattered glass, the blood on her hands, the scene. "Mom, we need to talk." Amani's stomach drops. She explains. Every word careful, every detail measured. She gives her name, her address, her job. They photograph her hands like evidence. The man is loaded onto a stretcher. His face disappears behind tubes and masks. The ambulance doors slam shut. He's gone in seconds. She never learns his name, never hears thank you, never gets an answer to the question burning in her mind. Who was he? And why does it feel like saving him just made everything worse? The officer doesn't smile. "Why didn't you wait for help?" Amani stands under harsh fluorescent lights, surrounded by red and blue flashing. Her hands throb. Blood seeps through paper towels a paramedic handed her. "Because he was dying," she says quietly. The officer writes something. "You damaged private property." The words hit like ice water. "I saved his life." "That's not what I asked." His pen keeps moving. "Did you have permission to break that window?" Permission. The word tastes like poison. Amani stares at him, at his clean uniform and empty eyes, at the way he looks at her like she's the problem here. "The dispatcher told me to help. Did she tell you to break the window?" Silence, the kind that swallows everything. "No," Amani admits. He nods. Another officer joins him, older, harder face. They talk in low voices, glancing at her every few seconds. Her phone buzzes. Landlord, rent, bills that don't care about glass or blood or dying men in parking lots. "Ma'am," the older officer says, "we need you at the station tomorrow. Formal statement." Her blood runs cold. Am I being charged? Not yet, but the vehicle owner might press charges. Press charges for saving his life. That car, the officer continues, is worth over $200,000. Custom, armored glass. Armored. The word echoes in her head. Who drives a car with armored glass? "I didn't know," she whispers. Ignorance isn't a defense. Not cruel, just factual. Like he said it 1,000 times before. They give her a case number and appointment time she can't afford to miss. Amani walks back to the diner on legs that don't feel like hers. Inside, warmth hits her face. Coffee, grease, fake normalcy. Her co-worker Shanice stares. "Girl, what happened?" "Nothing. Just helped someone." "Help them how? You're bleeding." "It's fine." It's not fine. Nothing about this is fine. The rest of her shift passes like a dream. Orders blur together. Customers complain about things that don't matter. Her manager asks twice if she's okay, but doesn't actually want the answer. At 3 a.m., she finally clocks out. The parking lot looks different now, darker somehow. The spot where the car was parked is empty except for scattered glass catching, streetlight. Someone cleaned up the blood, like it never happened. But her hands remember. She walks home through streets that feel wrong. Shadows move in alleys. Cars drive too slow. A man across the street watches her for 3 blocks before turning away. Paranoia, she tells herself. Just paranoia. Her apartment is cold when she gets there. Empty. Quiet in a way that makes her skin crawl. She sits on her bed, staring at bandaged hands. Somewhere, that man is breathing. Because of her. Somewhere, people are asking questions. About what she saw. About what she knows. About what happens to people who get involved in things they don't understand. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. She doesn't answer. It rings again and again, then stops. A text appears. "We need to talk." No name, no signature. Just 4 words that make her blood turn to ice. Morning light cuts through hospital blinds. The man wakes to beeping machines and burning lungs. Every breath feels like swallowing fire. His throat is raw. His chest aches. His body doesn't feel like his own. He tries to sit up. A hand stops him, firm, careful. "Don't move." A nurse, professional, calm. "You've been through significant trauma." Trauma. He remembers darkness, suffocation, hands clawing at his own throat. Then, breaking glass, someone pulling him out, air, life. "Who found me?" His voice is gravel. The nurse adjusts his IV. "I don't have that information." "The police. Get me the police report." Not a request. She hesitates. Something in his tone makes people hesitate. Always has. The door opens. A man enters. Tall, Korean. Suit sharp enough to cut. He dismisses the nurse with a look. Silence. Heavy. "The doctors say you were poisoned," the man says quietly. Poisoned. Not an accident. Not a coincidence. Murder. How long was I out there? 20 minutes. Maybe more. If she hadn't, he stops. You'd be dead. She. The word hangs in the air. Who is she? We're working on it. Privacy laws make it complicated, but find her. His voice cuts like steel. I don't care about laws. Sir, with respect, involving civilians. She's already involved. He stares at the ceiling. Someone tried to kill me in that car. If they find out she saved me. The implication hangs unspoken. She becomes a target. The man in the suit bows slightly. I'll handle it quietly. Not too quietly. I want to know everything. Who she is, why she helped, everything. And if she talks, to police, to media, she won't. How do you know? Because she left. His eyes close. She could have stayed, could have asked for reward, recognition. She broke that window and walked away like it was nothing. Maybe she was scared. Maybe. A pause. Or maybe she's smarter than we think. Across the city, Amani pours coffee with hands that won't stop shaking. The diner is chaos. Always chaos. Voices overlap, plates crash. The cook shouts orders nobody hears. She moves through it like a ghost. Table 5 needs refills. Table 2 wants their check. Table 7 complains about eggs that have nothing to do with eggs and everything to do with who's serving them. She smiles, nods, apologizes for things that aren't her fault. Her phone sits heavy in her pocket. 5 missed calls, all unknown numbers. She doesn't answer. At her break, she steps outside. The parking lot looks normal. Morning sun. Cars coming and going. People living lives that didn't change last night. But hers did. The glass is gone now, swept clean, like it never happened. But something catches her eye. A car. Black. Expensive. Different from last night's, but similar enough to make her heart race. It's parked at the far edge of the lot. Engine running. Windows too dark to see through. Nobody gets out. It just sits there, watching. Amani turns and walks back inside, but the feeling follows her. The rest of her shift, every time she looks out the window, the car is there. Same spot, same stillness. When her shift ends at 2 p.m., she walks to the parking lot. The car is gone, but on her windshield, tucked under the wiper, a business card. No name, no company, no number. Just 4 words printed in black. You saved the wrong man. Amani stares at the card. White, plain, expensive paper. The kind that costs more than it should. 4 words that make her stomach drop. You saved the wrong man. Her hands shake as she flips it over. Blank. Nothing else. No explanation. No threat. Just a warning she doesn't understand. She looks around the parking lot. Cars everywhere, people walking. Normal life happening around her like nothing's wrong. But someone put this here. Someone knows what she did. Someone is watching. She gets in her car, locks the doors, and drives home faster than she should. Miles away, Minjun sits in the back of an SUV studying a tablet. Security footage, black and white. Timestamp 12:47 a.m. He watches a woman appear on screen. Small, tired, moving like someone carrying weight too long. She stops, turns, walks toward his car. The camera doesn't catch her face clearly, but it catches the moment she picks up the rock. The hesitation, the decision, the swing. Minjun rewinds, watches again. She waited, he says quietly. His second in command, Dae-hyun, sits beside him. Sir? Before breaking the window, she stood there, thinking, calculating the cost. He pauses the video. She knew what it would cost her, did it anyway. We have her name. Dae-hyun offers a folder. Amani Brooks, 27, works doubles at the diner. Single, no record. Behind on rent. Mothering care facility across town. Student loans. Credit card debt. Stop. Minjun doesn't open the folder. I didn't ask for her life story. You asked us to find her. I asked you to find out why she helped. He sets the tablet down. That's different. Dae-hyun frowns. I don't understand. She had every reason to walk away. Every reason. And she didn't. Minjun stares at the frozen image. That's not heroism. That's something else. What? I don't know yet. Through tinted windows, he watches the diner. Watches people come and go. Watches for her. The toxicology report came back, Daehyun says. Poison. Military grade. Slow acting. You had maybe 30 minutes before I died in a locked car with no witnesses. Minjun's jaw tightens. Someone planned this carefully. We're investigating. But sir, about the woman, if our enemies find out she saved you, they already know. Silence. What? They're watching her, testing her, trying to figure out if she knows anything. Minjun's voice goes cold. Put a team on her. Invisible. I don't want her to know. If she's just a civilian. She stopped being a civilian the second she broke that window. He looks at Daehyun. And if they hurt her because of what she did for me. He doesn't finish. Doesn't need to. Within minutes, 3 vehicles position around the neighborhood, watching, waiting. At 2:15 p.m., the diner door opens. She steps out. Same tired walk, same jacket, hair pulled back, shoulders curved like she's trying to disappear. Amani Brooks, the woman who saved his life. She crosses the parking lot, stops at her car, pulls something from her windshield. A card. She stares at it, face going pale. Zoom in, Minjun orders. The camera focuses. He can't read the card, but he sees her reaction. Fear, pure fear. She gets in her car, drives away fast, too fast. Follow her, Minjun says, and find out who left that card. But he already knows. His enemies found her first. And the woman who saved his life just became a target. A man in a dark suit watches from across the street. He makes a phone call, speaks 3 words. She took the bait. Amani doesn't sleep that night. The card sits on her kitchen table like a bomb waiting to explode. You saved the wrong man. She stares at it until the words blur. Picks it up, puts it down, picks it up again. Wrong man. What does that mean? Wrong how? Wrong for who? At 3 a.m., she Googles armored car parking lot poisoning. Nothing. She tries Korean man hospital emergency. Nothing useful. Just news about traffic accidents and hospital fundraisers and things that have nothing to do with what happened. She tries expensive black sedan. Thousands of results, none that help. Whoever he was, he's a ghost. And ghosts don't leave traces normal people can find. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. Her heart stops. She doesn't answer. It buzzes again. Different number. Again. Another number. 4 calls in 2 minutes. All unknown. All silent when they end. Then a text. Stop looking. 2 words. No explanation. Just a command from someone who's watching her search history. Her phone. Her life. Amani throws the phone across the room. It hits the wall and drops to the floor, screen still glowing. Another text appears. We're trying to help you. Help. The word makes her skin crawl. Because help doesn't feel like midnight calls and cryptic warnings. Help doesn't feel like surveillance and fear. Help doesn't make you want to run. She picks up her phone with shaking hands. Types, "Who are you?" The response comes instantly. Someone who knows what you don't. What don't I know? 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. Then, the man you saved isn't who you think he is. Her blood runs cold. Who is he? Dangerous. That's not an answer. It's the only one you need. Amani stares at the screen. Her reflection stares back, tired eyes, tight jaw, fear she can't hide. What do you want from me? The response takes longer this time. To forget, move on, pretend it never happened. And if I can't? Silence. Long silence. Then you'll understand why we warned you. The conversation ends. No matter how many times she types hello or are you there, no response comes. Just silence, the kind that feels like a countdown. Morning comes too fast. Amani gets ready for work on autopilot. Shower, coffee, uniform. She leaves early, taking side streets instead of her normal route, checking mirrors, watching for cars that follow too long, seeing threats in every shadow. At the diner, Shanice notices immediately. "Girl, you look terrible." "Thanks. I'm serious. When's the last time you slept?" Amani doesn't answer. Can't answer. Because saying it out loud makes it real. Someone is watching me. Someone knows what I did. Someone wants me to forget a man I can't stop thinking about. At her break, she steps outside. The parking lot is busy. Cars everywhere. People coming and going. Normal. Too normal. Then she sees it. The same black car from yesterday. Different spot. Same stillness. Engine running. Windows dark. Watching. Always watching. Amani's phone buzzes. New text. Unknown number. Get in the car or walk away. Choose fast. Her hands go numb. Choose fast. She looks at the car. At the diner. At the street beyond where life continues without her. Two choices. Both terrifying. The car. Door opens. A man steps out. Tall. Korean. Suit that costs more than her rent. He doesn't approach. Just stands there. Waiting. And Amani realizes something that makes her stomach drop. This isn't a threat. This is an invitation. And refusing might be more dangerous than accepting. Minjun watches through tinted windows as she stands frozen in the parking lot. She's scared, Daehyun says from the driver's seat. She should be. Minjun doesn't look away from her. My enemies found her in less than 24 hours. So why are we revealing ourselves? This breaks protocol. Protocol. Minjun's voice is ice. Protocol got me poisoned in my own car. Protocol almost got me killed. Protocol doesn't matter anymore. But she's innocent? Minjun cuts him off. She was innocent. Until she saved me. Now she's marked. And if I don't protect her, they'll use her to get to me. Or kill her to send a message. Minjun's jaw tightens. He's thought about this all night. Thought about the woman who broke his window without hesitation. Thought about the enemies who poisoned him. Thought about the rules he's lived by for 20 years. Rules that kept his world separate from normal people. Rules that protected civilians from the violence of his life. Rules that are about to break. I made a promise, he says quietly, to myself, to my father, that I'd never drag innocent people into this world. Then let her go, relocate her. New city, new identity. She disappears, they lose interest. They won't lose interest. Minjun finally looks at Daehyun. She's leveraged now. Running just makes her easier to catch. So what do? We change the rules. He opens the car door, steps out into morning sunlight. Across the parking lot, Amani takes one step back, then stops. Something in her face shifts. Fear becomes something else. Not courage exactly, something harder, determination. She walks toward him. Minjun stays still. Lets her come to him. Lets her make the choice. When she's 5 feet away, she stops. Who are you? Her voice is steady despite everything. Someone you saved. That's not an answer. It's all you need right now. Wrong. Her eyes narrow. I need to know why people are threatening me. Why strange cars follow me. Why my phone won't stop ringing with numbers that don't exist. Minjun studies her. Up close, she's smaller than he expected. Tired, running on fumes. But her spine is steel. Because you saved the wrong man, he says. Her face goes pale. You know about the card. I know about everything. He pauses. The texts, the calls, the surveillance. I know because I'm doing half of it. She stares. You're what? Protecting you. By terrorizing me. By keeping you alive. His voice drops. The people who poisoned me found you. They're watching, testing, trying to figure out if you're useful or just collateral damage. And your solution is to scare me more. My solution is to make them think you're under my protection, so they'll think twice before touching you. Amani laughs, sharp, bitter. Your protection? I don't even know your name. He doesn't give it. Can't. Not yet. You don't need my name, he says. You need to understand what you stepped into. Then explain it. No. Why not? Because the less you know, the safer you are. I'm not safe now. Her voice rises. People in the parking lot turn to look. Minjun steps closer, voice low. You want answers? Fine. I'll give you one. The man you saved runs an organization most people pretend doesn't exist. He has enemies who kill without hesitation. And you. He stops. You became a target the second you broke that window. Silence. Heavy. Crushing. Have you ever made a choice that changed everything? A split-second decision that rewrote your entire life? Drop a comment and let me know, because what happens next will test everything Amani thought she knew about right and wrong. So what now? She whispers. Now you decide. Walk away and hope they forget you. Or trust me to keep you alive. Trust you. I don't even... A car screeches into the parking lot. Black. Fast. Wrong. Minjun's hand moves to his jacket. Get down, he shouts. But Amani is already running, and the car is already moving toward her. The car cuts across the parking lot like a blade, straight toward Amani. She runs, feet pounding pavement, heart hammering, breath coming in gasps. Behind her, Minjun shouts something she doesn't hear. The car accelerates, 50 feet away, 40, 30. She dives between two parked cars. Brakes scream. Metal scrapes metal. The black car swerves, missing her by inches. Amani hits the ground hard. Asphalt tears skin from her palms. Pain shoots up her arms. She rolls, comes up running. The car reverses, tires smoking. She sprints toward the diner, toward people, toward witnesses, toward anything that looks like safety. The car turns, follows, then gunshots. 3 sharp cracks that make the world go silent. Amani drops, hands over her head, waiting for pain that doesn't come. The black car's windshield spiderwebs. The driver slumps. The car veers wildly, crashes into a light pole with a sickening crunch. Steam hisses from the hood. Silence. Then chaos. People screaming, running, phones out, someone yelling to call 911. Amani can't move, can't breathe, can't process what just happened. Strong hands grab her shoulders. She screams, "It's me." Minjun's voice, calm, too calm. "We need to go. Now. You shot. They were going to kill you. We're leaving." "No. Police. I need to." "The police can't help you." He pulls her up. "And staying here gets you killed or arrested. Choose." Her legs don't work right. Everything shakes. Minjun half carries her to the SUV. Dae-hyun already has the door open. "Get in," Minjun orders. Amani looks back at the diner, at Shanice standing in the doorway, phone to her ear, at the crashed car leaking something dark onto pavement, at the parking lot that was a normal 5 minutes ago. "I can't just..." "You can. You will." Minjun's voice is steel. "Or you die here. Those are the options." Something in his eyes makes her believe him. She gets in. The SUV peels out before her door closes. Through the rear window, she watches the diner disappear, watches police cars arrive, watches her normal life vanish like smoke. "Where are we going?" Her voice sounds wrong, distant. "Somewhere safe." Safe from what? Who were they? Minjun doesn't answer, just stares out the window, jaw tight, hand still resting near his jacket where... "You have a gun," Amani says. "Yes." You shot someone. Yes. Who are you? He finally looks at her, really looks at her, and she sees something in his eyes that makes her blood run cold. Not regret, not fear, certainty. The certainty of someone who's done this before, many times before. You saved my life 4 days ago, he says quietly. Now I'm saving yours. That makes us even. Even. Someone just tried to run me over. Someone tried to send a message. His voice is ice. To me, through you. What message? That they know I care whether you live or die. He turns away. That was my mistake. Amani's stomach drops. Your mistake was caring. My mistake was showing it. The SUV weaves through traffic, takes turns that make no sense, doubles back, changes lanes without signaling. They're following us, Daehyun says. Minjun glances at the mirror. How many? 2 cars, black sedan, grey SUV. Lose them. Daehyun nods. The SUV accelerates. Amani grabs the door handle as they take a corner too fast. This is insane. This is your life now, Minjun says. Until I fix it. Fix it how? By making you too dangerous to touch. I'm not dangerous. I'm a waitress. You were a waitress. He looks at her again. The second you broke that window, you became something else. What? Mine to protect, whether you want to be or not. The word hangs between them. Mine. Not an offer, a statement, a claim. And Amani realizes with absolute certainty. She recognizes him, those eyes, that face. He's the man from the car, the man she saved, and her life just became his. The safe house is cold, concrete walls, no windows, furniture that looks rented, the kind of place that doesn't exist on any lease. Amani sits on a couch that's seen better days, hands still shaking. Minjun stands across the room, watching, waiting. Say it, he finally says. Say what? What you're thinking. Amani looks up at him, at the man she pulled from a car 4 days ago, at the stranger who just killed someone to save her. You're him, she whispers, the man from the parking lot. Yes. You're alive because of me. Yes. And now people are trying to kill me because of you. Minjun doesn't flinch. Yes. She laughs, sharp, bitter. The kind of laugh that comes right before tears. I should have walked away, she says. I should have called 911 and gone back inside and let someone else deal with it. But you didn't. No. Her voice breaks. I didn't. And now my life is over. Your life isn't over. Really. Because I just watched you shoot someone. I left a crime scene. I'm sitting in some building I don't recognize, with a man I don't know who's telling me I'm his to protect like I'm property. Minjun's jaw tightens. Poor word choice. You think? Silence. Heavy. Amani stands, paces. Her mind races through everything that's happened. The card, the text, the car, the gun, the blood. Tell me the truth, she says. Who are you? Really? Someone who made enemies. That's not an answer. It's the only one I can give. Can't or won't. He doesn't respond. She stops pacing, looks directly at him. Those men who tried to kill me, why? What do they want? To hurt me. Through me. Yes. Because I saved you. Because you saved me, and they think that means something. Doesn't it? The question hangs between them like a live wire. Minjun moves closer. Not threatening. Just present. 4 days ago, he says quietly. I was dying, poisoned, locked in a car designed to be impenetrable. And you. He stops. You broke reinforced glass with a rock. You gave me CPR. You brought me back. I did what anyone would do. No. His voice is firm. You did what most people wouldn't. You risked everything for a stranger. No reward. no recognition. You just did it. Amani's throat tightens. And now I'm paying for it. Yes. At least he's honest. So what happens now? She asks. I hide here forever. Change my name. Leave the country. I'm working on it. Working on what? Making this right. How? Can you forgive someone for destroying your life to save it? For dragging you into darkness you never asked for? Comment below, because the answer Amani's about to get will change everything. Minjun doesn't answer. Instead, he pulls something from his pocket. A phone, different from his regular one. Encrypted, secure. He makes a call, speaks in Korean, fast, sharp, commands she doesn't understand. Hangs up. What was that? Amani asks. Insurance. Against what? Against them thinking you're weak enough to use. I am weak. I'm nobody. Wrong. Minjun looks at her with something that might be respect. You're the woman who saved a man everyone wanted dead. That makes you either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Which one? I haven't decided yet. The door opens. Daehyun enters, tablet in hand. His face is grave. Sir, we have a problem. What kind? The kind where they just put a price on her head. Amani's blood turns to ice. A price? What does that mean? Minjun's expression goes dark. Dangerous. It means they're not trying to scare you anymore, he says. They're trying to kill you. And anyone who gets in the way. The number on the screen makes Amani's stomach drop. $500,000. $500,000 for her life. This can't be real, she whispers. Daehyun turns the tablet toward Minjun. It went live 20 minutes ago. Dark web, underground networks. Every contractor in 5 states just got the alert. Minjun's face is stone. How many responses? 14 so far. More coming. 14 people willing to kill her for money. 14 strangers who will hunt her for a payday. Amani can't breathe. Who did this? Minjun's voice is deadly calm. The same people who poisoned you. They want to draw you out. They know you'll protect her. They're right. Daehyun hesitates. Sir, with respect, is she worth starting a war? The question hangs in the air. Amani waits for the answer. Prays it's no. Prays he'll hand her over to police or FBI, or anyone with a badge who can fix this legally. Yes, Minjun says. One word. Absolute. Final. Daehyun's expression doesn't change, but something flickers in his eyes. Understanding. Or maybe resignation. Then we need to move her, now. They'll triangulate this location within. Glass shatters. The window. The one window in the whole building explodes inward. Not from a bullet. From a small canister that hits the floor and starts hissing. Gas. Grey. Thick. Spreading fast. Get down. Minjun lunges for Amani. She hits the ground. Eyes already burning. Throat closing. Through the haze, she sees shapes moving. Dark figures pouring through the broken window. Through the door, surrounding them. How did they find us so fast? Minjun pulls her behind the couch, gun already drawn. Stay down, he orders. Don't move, don't make a sound. But don't move. Gunfire erupts, sharp cracks that make her ears ring. Muzzle flashes lighting the gas-filled room like lightning. Amani covers her head, pressing herself flat against cold concrete. Someone screams. Not her, not Minjun. Someone else. More gunfire. Closer now. She hears Minjun's voice, speaking Korean, sharp commands, and Daehyun responding. Then silence. Terrible silence. Clear, Daehyun says. Minjun pulls Amani up. We're leaving. Now. What about they're handled? She doesn't ask what that means. Doesn't want to know. They move through smoke and darkness. Past her shapes on the ground she doesn't look at. through a door she didn't know existed, down stairs that go deeper than they should, underground parking, SUV waiting, engine already running. They're inside before she can protest. The vehicle moves, fast, urgent. Where are we going? Amani's voice shakes. Minjun doesn't answer, just stares out the window at a city that suddenly feels like enemy territory. Sir, Daehyun says from the driver's seat, we need a decision. They found the safe house in under an hour. They have resources we didn't account for. I know. Then you know we can't keep running. Eventually, I know. Silence. Then Minjun turns to Amani, really looks at her. I'm going to ask you a question, he says, and I need you to answer honestly. Okay? Do you trust me? I don't even know you. That's not what I asked. Amani stares at him, at the man who saved her life after she saved his, at the stranger who's now responsible for her being hunted. No, she says, I don't trust you. He nods, like he expected that. Good, he says, don't. Trust gets people killed. Then what? But believe this, I will keep you alive, no matter what it costs. Why? You don't know me either. Because you broke that window when you didn't have to. Because you gave me back my life. And because the SUV swerves hard. Amani's thrown against the door. Minjun catches her before she hits. They're behind us, Daehyun shouts. 3 cars, black, fast, closing distance. How many streets to the bridge? Minjun asks. 2 minutes. Make it 1. The SUV accelerates. Through the rear window, Amani watches the cars follow. Watches them get closer, closer. One pulls alongside. Window rolls down. She sees the gun before she screams. Minjun pulls her down. Glass explodes. The SUV spins. World tilts. Metal screams. Everything goes black. When Amani wakes up, she's not in the SUV anymore. She's not with Minjun. She's in a room she doesn't recognize, with people who aren't trying to save her. And the man who broke his own rules to protect her is about to break every rule he has left.